Hello, my name is Lina Supnet-Zapata, and I'm the Executive Director with Mere Care Consultants, a geriatric and special needs consulting firm. I am a certified care manager, and I'm also a daughter who is managing and overseeing and coordinating care for my 82-year-old mom, and prior to that, did so for my father who passed away several years ago. I counsel and advise my clients to be prepared in an emergency situation, things to have on hand that they should have on file and on record so that they have access to it and they can present it to healthcare providers when necessary. And also, it is available for family members who are also participating in care. There are areas where you can keep this information that I'm going to recommend. Technology is wonderful. There are apps and websites and online platforms that will allow you to store information on behalf of your loved one. And one of the great things about it is that families who live near or far can have access to that information. What I do recommend is that you ensure that whatever platform you're using is that it's secure and protected, and that they have strong security measures in place because it is sensitive information that is kept in the cloud. What I use and what I recommend, because many of my clients are not on or utilizing technology, is just a simple binder that you can purchase at an office supply store. And you can keep the information there, what I'm going to recommend to you that you have, but also any other information that you see fit. The first piece of information that's really important to have in this binder is a medication list. And the medication list should include not only prescription medications, but it should also include over-the-counter information. And those medications. There are many different templates that live online that you can do a search on. You can create your own as you see fit. I like to use the one that's available through AARP. And what it has on it is the medication, the form that it comes in, the dosage, how much and when that medication is used, when they use it, is it regularly or is it every 12 hours, the start and stop date, and any special directions for use. I also like to include the medical provider that is overseeing and managing that medication. And it just makes sense to have the pharmacist and the pharmacies, whether that's mail order or your local pharmacy, listed on there as well. The next piece of information that needs to be collected is insurance information. So any medical cards, Medicare, Medicaid, Medicare replacement, dental, vision, all of those cards need to be copied. I like to make several copies and keep them in the binder. I also like to keep one in my wallet because from personal experience, they always ask me for that for those cards and that information. I also like to include a copy of my mom's ID card so that they know that the insurance information that I'm presenting belongs to my mother. The next piece of information that needs to be collected and gathered is the provider information. So any specialists that are involved, and primary care, neurology, cardiologist, all of those specialists should be listed and their contact information. I also like to put the nurse that is working with the physician because oftentimes you're speaking to them more so than you are the physician. And then if there are any outside healthcare entities involved, whether that's home health or hospice, they should be listed as well. If you are hiring a caregiving agency should be on there, as well as a care management company if you're working with one. And then also if you are working with non-agency caregivers, their contact information should be there, as well as their emergency contact in the event that something happens while they're on the job and in your home caring for your elderly loved one. The next group of people that information needs to be collected on is family, and I like to put the emergency contacts first for obvious reasons. That is the primary, and then the secondary, and then any other family members and the relation to the adult elder should be on there. The next few pieces of information that I am going to share with you are pertain to legal documents, and it's really important that whoever is designated as a power of attorney, which the medical power of attorney and the durable power of attorney can be included in the binder, but whoever is designated as an agent, they should know that they are that is the role that they are going to be involved in. Many times these legal documents are in a lockbox and it doesn't do any good, so it's good to bring those out and have them available, and that the people that are responsible and are going to be the designated agents need to know that they are going to be fulfilling that role. So it's the medical power of attorney, it's the durable power of attorney, a directive to physicians should be included if there is one. A medical release or HIPAA form needs to be available. And I also recommend that that HIPAA form be submitted to the medical provider and also the medical power of attorney. And if there is an out-of-hospital DNR, that also be submitted. And so I get a lot of questions, and I also do a lot of clarifying on what an out-of-hospital DNR is. And it is not the same thing as a directive to physician. It is a form that is recognized in the state of Texas, and it's denoted on the right-hand side by the little symbol, state of Texas. And you can find this form on the Texas Medical Association website. Now, if you don't live in the state of Texas, I would recommend that you contact your Health and Human Services within your state to find out what their laws are pertaining to out-of-hospital do not resuscitate orders. So for the state of Texas, this form can be printed again from the Texas Medical Association website, and it has directions and definitions on the backside. What's really important is that medical emergency personnel will only recognize this form if the wishes for your loved one is that they do not want to be resuscitated. This is the only form that they will recognize. So it is best to have it filled out and filled out correctly. There are, just as a prompt, if the physician is signing this form, there are two areas that the physician needs to sign. If there is a witness, two witnesses, they need to sign in one place, and then there's a secondary area that they need to sign. So please ensure that this form is filled out completely and accurately, and that it is also accessible to EMS should they come into the home or the place of residence. So that could be on the back of the front door, in the bedroom. I put one in the car, in the glove compartment, and then I also put one in the front of the binder. And I like to make several copies just in case. So in recap, these are the areas that need to be covered and information to be collected on and put in the binder that I recommend that you have at home or on the online platform. And they are the medication list, insurance information and IDs, provider information, agency information and other healthcare agencies that are involved in care, non-agency caregivers, family members, and then the following documents: medical power of attorney, durable power of attorney, directive to physician, medical release form, a HIPAA form, and a do not resuscitate form. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my video, and I wish everyone well. Thank you.